in here though. Ooh, I like this. This looks nice. All this green up. My dead trees. Elms. Where are you at? Scanning. Scanning. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Scanning. Nothing. Scan, scan, scan. 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 Nothing. Perfect dead elm. Yep, and there's a morel. See, is when I'm looking for this tree, and I finally, you know, it's the right condition. Boom, and it's been up for a little bit. It's past its prime, but it's still edible. I don't know what's up with all these singles this year. Can't I get a large pop? Sometimes you walk up onto a little tree like this, there'd be 100 of them right here. Just, but this could be a fresh one. This could be the first mushroom off this decaying root ball. Next year, boom, this whole area could have them. I'm finding a lot of singles. I don't know why. Like now I found one, then I'm gonna back up, work the tree back. Work it back, scan, 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 and then nothing close, so I'm gonna come out a little further. Scan, 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 scan. Hook around it. Pheasant back. I'm gonna go back to that tree I just found one on, but this tree is great. I can't believe there ain't one on this tree. That is just perfect. And that's about like the most perfect setting you can have. Sloped, green up, green moss, dead elm, and morel. Oh look. So this is why you work the tree over, right? So I approached, I found it there. I went up around there, looking back, went this way, circled back around, working it back. Now I'm gonna work this side of the tree, come right over, bam! Another big morel. Get a picture of that one. So now, look at this, you got one here, one here. Now I'm gonna focus around this side of the tree, and then I'm gonna circle around, focus this side of the tree, make sure there's nothing that got spored out a little further. Just from these morels being up, they can spore out more, depending on the wind direction. You know, we can blow it this way, southwest. But I've already looked over there. I didn't see nothing. And you would see them like really easy if there was a bunch of them. But this ain't a bad one. Starting to get a few. But when that bark's cracking, actually on my camera. There we go. When that bark's cracking like that, that's when I find them. And that's literally dead elm, morel. That's how I hunt. I hunt from tree to tree, and I don't really look for the morels unless I'm in a woods where it's all elm and you're hunting tree to tree, scanning. Mostly I'm looking for that dead tree, and then I start focusing on the root system. Now this is a dead elm. To me, it might be past its prime, but there's always a chance that there's an old spore that pops and regenerates. And then just looking back at the tree I just found some on, you know, just come out a little wider and then look back at it. Because sometimes you'll find some that are outside that root ball. You know, maybe one popped from last year and it spored out and it's a little further away from the tree. I don't see that here. Everything was right real close to the tree, but there's a lot of stuff here. Morel could pop in, you wouldn't see it unless you look right at it. That's it, just a couple off that dead tree. Let's keep on pushing. Keep on pushing back in here. So we can find a whole bunch. Any second now I can walk up onto hundreds of them. 100 of them, 250, 30, or just everywhere. It's pretty cool when it happens. It all looks good through here. It's really good through here. Look at these dead elms right here. Come on. Morel on these. Not having morel. Boo. In there. And see, like sometimes I get in a spot like, which way should I go? So then I'll stop and I'll look and be like, well, there's a dead elm that way. There's a walnut. I don't see dead elms right here. I see some good looking stuff up that way. And then like from right here where I'm standing, if I see a dead elm tree, I start heading in that direction. So you don't, like when you're in the woods, if you don't know where to go or where to look, just look up and pick a line that has some dead elm or some elm in it. You know, and don't go down in the swamp. You know, pick along a ridge or pick somewhere that looks promising. Wow, that's a big old pheasant back mushroom. We'll go picture of that. That looks sweet. It's like a fresh, big old pheasant bag. Dead elm. Some people eat these pheasant bags, but I ain't eating that shit.